Well, welcome to the Redline Report. We're happy to have you here. I just have a couple questions for you. I know that you told me you're really involved in your company's recruiting,
Mhm.
which is really big considering your position there. So I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about that. Um, First of all, what's the most common question you get from drivers, whether it be about pay, home time, or anything outside of that, really?
For the most part, it's mostly, questions about the company and, how we operate, some of the different lanes and stuff like that. And then, how we go about, obviously paying them. That's always going to be, one of your top questions. But, it's mostly just entailed towards the operation and, how we go about getting our freight and how we like to plan and everything like that, which is for the most part a lot of them like to know that you're not just gonna send them anywhere and everywhere, and it's something that's you know uh, pre-planned for them, and that they see that you're well organized. So I think that's one of the main things that you know they like to ask about. And then also to see how our operations is structured in terms of who they're going to be working with, and the fact that they're not going to be just a number. And then with us, how we do things, we like to have smaller groups, which makes it a lot better for people to build relationships with other people, and then to get to know their particular drivers that they're working with on a daily basis.
Right. And that's interesting to me to hear because it really sounds like if they're asking you those types of questions, about the lanes and whatever else, it seems like they have like a passion for driving. They're not
Mhm.
just like, oh, let me get this job, whatever. It seems
Yeah,
like they're really, really invested. So I love to hear that.
yeah. And then this day and age, it's you're all the day and age of the all-American trucker is just becoming more and more extinct, as
Yeah.
I've come to find.
Yeah.
When I started in this business 12 years ago, it was a little bit different. You had more drivers interested in doing flatbed work and stuff like that, because they didn't mind getting their hands dirty, and that's what they were used to as being drivers. Nowadays, it's mostly everyone's always looking for as little hands-on work as possible, I
Yeah. No
guess.
touch freight, right?
Yeah, no touch freight,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
just not looking to get their hands dirty. So it's weird. And then obviously with technology and everything like that, definitely changing the industry throughout the past couple years. More and more of them have been more eager to move away from driving and stuff like that. So this new day and age, it's a different breed of truck driver, I would say, than it was I'd say 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah. And in this new age of truck drivers, your applicant screening process, I'm sure it's changed a little bit. Like, what would you
Mhm.
say makes you really want to hire someone? What draws your eye to a specific applicant? How do you know they're going to be successful with you?
Yeah, so my biggest thing is that I love to see someone that's loyal. So when the first thing that I love to see is when I see someone that's worked at the same place for X amount of years, and it really shows that they've stuck through with the company through thick and thin. Because
Right.
if someone's been at the same company for 5, 6 years, it means that I'm sure that not every single day has always been roses and dandelions, and um, it means that they really are willing to work with you, even through the good and through the bad times. So it's that's the number one thing I love to see. And when I get those applicants that have been working at the same place for a long time, I'm so eager to pursue them even more, just because um, what I'm going to be selling them based on what they're doing, I think that they would stay for me until till retirement. And
Right.
every single time I look to onboard any single person, I don't like to make short-term decisions. I like to work with the same people, consistently, and know who I'm entrusting with, whatever valuable goods that we're hauling for any type of customer. So
Yeah, I agree. And those are highly sought after drivers. People want people who will reduce their turnover, who will
Yeah.
stay and whatever else. So, I mean, what do you do to get those drivers to come on to your fleet? The driver demand is obviously through the roof. So,
Yeah.
what's your approach?
Just honestly, just honesty. I don't, Chris, actually, the gentleman that I work with you guys,
Yeah,
he, when I first got onboarded, and he would, screen some of my calls to see how I was in terms of recruiting. And he's like, I really like how you speak to them, because you tell them like, listen, I'm not here, putting makeup over things that don't exist. You know
right.
what I mean? You tell them straight up, like, hey, this is, what the numbers are. This is what you can make. Does it work for you or does it not work for you? And I think
Yeah,
that's the number one thing for us is we don't try to make things seem that are not realistic, to what's actually happening within the business or within our business. So
sure. And
that's
I'm
definitely
sure.
the main thing, I think.
Yeah, and I'm sure that separates you from other carriers. That might be something that makes drivers really want to come to work for you because they can tell there's no screens up or anything like that. It surely enhances your employee experience because they know what they're getting when they come on with you. So I think that's a wonderful approach, and I love to see it. So that's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's served us well thus far, so
yeah,
I don't
it
think I want
has.
to change
Yeah,
that.
you guys have had great growth, and in a
Oh yeah,
world of 100% or more turnover, you've got low turnover. So I mean, hey,
oh yeah,
good on
oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
awesome.
tough. It's a full-time job, and it's
Yeah,
also just being taking 5 minutes out of your day when you really don't want to be answering the phone,
yeah,
to just to take just a minute just to help someone out, and that's always gone a long way for us.
yeah.
So I
That's awesome.
we want to just make sure that we're maintaining that culture, because I tell every single, person, in every single type of industry, whatever it is, you have what you live off of. If you're, mining fuel or gold or whatever, that's what you're living off of. For us,
Right.
our drivers are our gold, because we live off of them and they live off of us. So it's got to be, a mutual relationship between us, which starts with respect and, hard work. And then from there on out, sometimes you're going to have to be in those situations where, you have to answer the phone at a time where you don't want to, but
Yeah.
those things all go a long way with, making sure that turnaround rate stays pretty low. So
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I really appreciate you getting on the phone and talking with me, and I hope to hear from you again soon.
definitely, definitely. Whenever you guys need me, I'm always at your guys' service. And if you guys ever need a good recommendation, I will always put my name on the line for you guys. So you guys always
Awesome.
did a great job for me, and I appreciate what you guys do every single day, and then the amount of good quality leads that you guys do provide us. And it's really been a pleasure to, partner up with such a good company. And the thing is, I get approached all the time, from different companies looking to, hey, can we help you out? Can we help you out with your, recruiting needs and this and
Right.
that? And for me, once I've worked with someone for a little while and I've built that relationship, yeah, I'm loyal to the bone. So I'm going to be loyal to you guys till the end.
I appreciate that. It's great to work with you, and I'll always put good recommendations on your pages as well. I wrote on your Facebook page, I believe, as well as I know I've written on your Google page. I get an email like every week. They're like, "Your Google review is helping people." I'm like, "That's great. I'm happy to hear it." So, yeah, I'm happy to do the same for you, Nemo. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Talk to you soon.
All right,
Bye
bye.
bye.